Hello beautiful people of the world, my name is Darius and welcome to my YouTube channel, Victory for You. Earlier this week on my social media, I was asking you guys to send me in your questions about what you want to ask Victory for You. So, this is the Q&A for it, so I hope you enjoy it and let's jump straight into this video right here, right now. Okay, so guys, as well as this being a Q&A with all the questions that you sent me, it's also kind of like a 25 questions tag as well, because I've always wanted to do one of those, and I feel like that will give you the best general overview, that was weird, the best general overview of me as a person, along with all of the Q&A questions that you asked, which were, some of them were really deep, so thank you for those questions, it really made me think. So, first one is, what is your name? Darius Darrell Smith. Yep, that's the name that my parents christened me, which I really like. I really like my name. I've always liked my name. Question number 2. What was your favourite subject in school? My favourite subject in school has to be between drama and English, and music actually, because those are like, any of the creative subjects, that's what I love. So English was always my favourite because I love writing stories and plays and songwriting, and not that I'm any good at songwriting, but I like trying to do it anyway. That's the sound of my washing machine. So that's just how life goes sometimes, like clothes need to be washed. What is your favourite drink? Well, I don't like alcohol, so it's nothing alcoholic, but my favourite kind of everyday drink, probably like Sprite or 7-Up. I do like a good Ribena, so anything like that is quite nice. Or there's this really cool drink that I think they sell at either Aldi or Lidl called Ace Drink, which anytime we get it is finished within seconds because I drink it all. Oh yes, and one of my favourite drinks ever, oh yes, it has to be Fanta Fruit Twist. It's one of those drinks that me and my friends will like drink together, that Fanta Fruit Twist. If you've never tried it, go to your local supermarket, buy it, drink it and enjoy it. It's one of the best drinks, full stop, like, let's not even have this discussion. Fanta Fruit Twist is the one. What is your favourite song at the moment? I think I've actually been asked that with the questions that I've got as well, but it's slightly different. So my favourite song at the moment, I don't know, because I'm a really musically eclectic person. My dad's a DJ, my mum sings, so I'm surrounded by loads of different genres of music all the time. Oh, this is a really difficult one. I would say that my favourite song at the moment, no, I can't answer this one. I really can't answer this one. I have so many favourite songs. I enjoy kind of Ed Sheeran, Justin Bieber, and then like on the flip side, I really like classical music and cinematic rock bands, and on the flip side of that, I love house music and gospel. So I have an eclectic range of songs that I listen to on a daily basis, which I will definitely go into more detail later because I have a question specifically about that. What is your favourite food? All-time favourite ever would have to be my grandma's macaroni cheese with sweet corn and oxtail. That is my all-time favourite. I feel like if that was my last meal ever on earth, that would have to be what I have, because it's always been my favourite since I've been little. I've always been excited to have it. I'd always go around to her house and be like, Grandma, can I have my food? And she's like, yeah, it's fine, it's been cooking for you. So that's definitely my favourite meal slash food. This washing machine is so loud. I didn't realise how loud washing machines could be until I had to film this video. So hopefully it'll be masked by some music, which should be over it. But yeah. The washing machine's calming down now, which is good. What is the last thing I bought? The last thing I bought is the Rode microphone, which I'm actually using for this video. I think it was like 50 something pounds on Amazon. So yeah, that was the last thing I bought. I've kind of done like a camera haul recently, so just to make sure that all the videos that I'm doing are really, they look really professional and really good. So that was, yeah, I think that was definitely the last thing that I bought. Favourite book of all time? that's another difficult one. Like, I haven't, obviously because I've been quite busy with blogging and writing and various other things, I haven't read many books recently. I have read quite a lot of books in my lifetime, but recently I haven't read many books. So if magazines count as books, Vogue is something that I've been reading a lot of. I'm reading a lot of GQ, and I've been reading quite a lot of Blogosphere as well. It's such a great magazine if you're a blogger. Definitely invest in it, go and get it, because it's got loads of great hints and tips for bloggers, and I think they should be releasing a new cover soon. I can't remember who's on it, but if I do remember, I'll probably put it down here, who's on it. And definitely go check it out when it comes out, because Blogosphere is amazing, so go and check it out and make sure that you read it and enjoy it. My favourite colour is purple, which you'll probably see like from my logo. I love the colour purple. It's a colour that represents royalty and power, which I really like, and it's quite, as well as being quite a fun colour, it's also quite regal as well. So always like to believe that we are all royalty, we are all special, and yeah, we should all deserve to, you know, feel special from time to time. Well, not time to time, every day. Every day, make sure you feel special. Do I have any pets? Yes, I do. I have fish over in that general direction in this room. Yeah, I wanted fish when I was younger, and as I've grown up and become more busy with school and work and life, I've realised that I didn't really have much time for fish. So, yeah. Yeah, so I have fish. They're more so my mum's fish now, because she kind of looks after them a lot more than I do. But yeah, I have fish. I think we have probably about 5 fish, I think. That's really bad. I probably should know how many fish I have, but I have fish. Favourite perfume or aftershave? Probably like anything Paco Rabanne, 1 Million, Invictus, Black Excess, pretty much anything Paco Rabanne, or Davidoff Cool Water is a fragrance that I really like, that actually me and my dad both like, and most things by Dupe as well, they smell quite good, or David Beckham, they smell good too. Favourite holiday? My favourite holiday happened quite recently actually, well, yeah, quite recently. It was more of a working holiday than a holiday, but at the start of this year I actually went to LA with my family. So me, mum and my dad went to LA to perform at an event called, at like this production company called GBK, who run gifting lounges for different like award ceremonies and events. So at the start of this year, if you've been like linked in on all of my social media, you'll know that I went to LA and I danced in front of a few celebrities, which was cool. So I met Anthony Anderson, Yara Shahidi, TJ Mitty, Carolyn Hennessy, who is one of the coolest people I've ever met. She was so sweet and down to earth, and she actually commented and complimented me on what I was wearing, which was so sweet. If you're not actually sure who Carolyn Hennessy is and you're a Disney fan, just think Mrs. Chesterfield from Jessie. That's all I have to say. Am I married? No. No, I'm not married. I'm 18 years old. I'm very much single. So not married, but hoping to be married at some point in the future, as well as the rest of my family who want me to get married too. How many? No. Have you ever been out of the country? If so, how many times? Yes, I have, which I just explained. I've been to LA, I've been to the south of France and Monaco, I've been to Slovakia when I was quite young and danced on stage at an event called Camp Fest in front of about 9,000 people, aged about 9 or 10 at like 1 o'clock in the morning, which was fun. Been to Barbados when I was a lot younger as well, and Jamaica, and Northern Ireland, which was a brilliant holiday. If you ever have the chance to visit Northern Ireland, it's such a beautiful place to go to, so definitely one for the list. But there are loads of other places that I want to go to, like Paris, New York, Milan, definitely all for Fashion Week, but also just to travel because they seem like really cool places. And also I really would love to go to China. That's always been something that I really want to do since I was really young. I've always wanted to go to China, and Yep, that washing machine's playing at it again. But yes, I've always wanted to go to China because I don't know, I just really like the scenery and the landscape, and I really want to try traditional Chinese food in China because that interests me, and I like food, which you'll probably realise from my social media, and if you've been with me on Snapchat, you will probably know that I love food. And if you don't have me on Snapchat, that'll be in the links down below, so go add me and let's be friends. Do I speak any other languages? Yes, I do. I do speak other languages, but I'm actually going to wait until this washing machine finishes before I will demonstrate that I can speak in other languages, because this is very, very loud. Okay, cool guys. So the washing machine finally found its chill, so it's calmed down now, which is brilliant. So now I can actually talk normally to you guys. So the question that I had before the washing machine rudely interrupted me was, do you speak any other languages? Yes, I do. I can speak French and a little bit of Spanish and probably a little bit of German as well. And maybe some other languages. Like, I really enjoy learning other languages. So when I was in primary school, we learned German, and I also did Spanish as well. And in secondary school, we learned French and German, and then going on holidays to places, I've learned a little bit of Slovakian, so ahoy. I've learned a little bit of Romanian because of where I work, so I hope I'm saying this right to all the people who I work with. Business, which I'm hoping is right. If it's wrong, please tell me down below. But yeah, no, a little bit of Romanian as well because of the people that I work with at Pizza Hut, because I love you guys are great. But yeah, the ones that I'd say I'm more confident in is probably French, because I did that for GCSE and A-level. Even though I failed my A-level French, but it's fine, it's fine. When I went to Monaco, I still survived it talking in French, so take that. Yeah, so my best French, or something that I can always do, is bonjour, je m'appelle Darius, j'ai 18 ans et j'adore la mode et le danse. Which basically means, if you don't know French, and hopefully, yeah, if you don't know French, hopefully you understood the word bonjour. So basically it was, hello, my name is Darius, I'm 18 years old, and I love fashion and dance. I probably should have said that I love writing as well, but couldn't remember that at the time. I'm pretty sure it's like écriture or something like that. If you're French, please tell me. How many siblings do I have? None. It's just me. Just me. So I get spoiled a lot. So a lot. I don't. That's actually not true. The only person who I'd say really spoils me is my grandma, or my grandparents actually. They're the people who spoil me. My parents don't. They just treat me normally. They're just kind of like, you make that mess, you clean it up. You do a good job. You do a good job. That's proper English. You do a good job, we reward you. So there's no kind of like spoiledness with my parents, but when it comes to my grandparents, I think when it comes to grandparents, full stop, they love to spoil their grandchildren. So thank you grandparents. I love you guys. Thank you. What is my favourite shop? What for though? So if it's like clothing, probably like Top Man, Forever 21, Boohoo Man, that's kind of like high street. But if it's like things I can't afford but would like, Balenciaga, Versace, give me time, I'll get there, I'll be able to afford it, and then I'll be able to do lookbooks with me and Versace and Balenciaga and all of those companies that I love and would love to shop at, but just don't have that money yet. What's your favourite restaurant? Ooh, well, I like food quite a lot, so I'd say probably like Nando's. Like I can always go for a Nando's with my best friends. If not Nando's, then maybe like a Chinese restaurant. Like there's kind of like outside of where I live, there's a like Chinese buffet called Oxy, which is really cool, and then right next to it there's a like an Indian and Thai buffet, I think, next to it, called Aziz, which is also really, really good. So I'd like kind of like Eastern cuisines as well as kind of Portuguese cuisine. Yeah, Nando's is Portuguese. So yes, Nando's. Yes, those are the kind of like my favourite places, and those are probably the places that you'll find me eating in, usually, if I'm out. When was the last time I cried? Like properly cried? I haven't like properly cried recently. Like I fake cried to try and get people to give me food. To try and get people to give. That's really bad though. Like fake cried, like oh, I want food, like that kind of thing, but not like properly cried. I haven't properly cried in a while. I probably know the last time I probably cried when I was going through hard times and life wasn't always fun and like it is now. But yeah, yeah, last time I cried was probably a little while ago. But like sad kind of cry, happy kind of cry. Like anytime something really, really good happens that I'm not expecting, a little tear will kind of come out. Like, but it's like a good, happy cry. So I'm guessing that counts. Favorite blogger or YouTuber? That's again another extremely difficult one because there are so many YouTubers and bloggers that I look up to and that I just love seeing their work, like Roxsaurus, Makeup by Layla, Saffron Barker, and then male ones, yes. And then like male YouTubers and bloggers, Joey London Style, Ches Rust, Edward So, Fanbeo. There are loads of different people that I really like, look up to, admire. In the Fro, most of the time, most of my like YouTube search history is like Roxsaurus, In the Fro, We Will What, Joey London Style, those kind of things. Anything that Jim Chapman, love Jim Chapman, he's so cool. Zoella, Alfie Days, Casper Lee, all of them, like really admire and look up to them. And yeah, those are like my favourite bloggers slash YouTubers. Yeah. There's probably like a long list, which I probably could write about. I probably could write about like who my favourite bloggers and YouTubers are. So if you would like to see a blog post or a video like that, comment down below and let me know. Favourite movie? Okay, so I have 3 like all-time favourite movies ever are The Lion King, The Fault in Our Stars, and The Help. My 3 favourite films of all time. Like, this morning I was listening to the Lion King soundtrack, so that just says it all really. I love the Lion King. It's always, since I was little, always been one of my favourite films. Another specific time which I know that I cried at was when Mufasa died. Those were emotional days for young Dario. The Help is another amazing film with Emma Stone, Viola Davis, Octavia Spencer, brilliant actresses. Such a good film. And The Fault in Our Stars, yeah, that was another time where I cried a lot. Yeah, I cried a lot watching and reading The Fault in Our Stars, simply because it was something that at the time when I read it, it touched me emotionally because there was a similar death situation happening in my life. So that kind of made it even more emotional because it's kind of like someone who I was close to died, and watching that and seeing someone that Hazel Grace was close to dying got me in the feels, basically. Favourite TV show? Again, another difficult one because I have loads of different like favourite shows. Probably like anything Marvel on TV, so like Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I also love The Flash and Supergirl, they're DC, but anything kind of like superhero wise. But then if we're reverting back to like Disney Channel and Nickelodeon, which I have no shame in saying that I still watch, Casey Undercover, Girl Meets World, which I'm really sad has come to an end, because that was such a good TV show for young people, because it tackled so many different issues like bullying and insecurities and just like loads of really interesting topics, and like how to kind of respect your parents, which most TV shows for young people don't do. They're always like, I'm gonna rebel against my parents, and then like it gets to the end of the episode and then the parents are like, you did wrong, and yeah, you know how children's TV shows go. But yeah, those kind of shows. I quite like Game Shakers as well, which I quite like that. Drake and Josh has always been a favourite. Victorious, iCarly, Zoe 101, all of those, all of like the kind of retro Dan Schneider shows on Nickelodeon. Those are like definitely my favourites. Mac or PC? I currently use both. So for editing videos, I use Mac, but for like everyday blog post writing or kind of email sending, it's PC. So it depends what I'm using it for. I don't really have a I don't necessarily have a preference, but I kind of use both, so I can't really answer that one. How tall am I? I'm pretty sure I'm like 5'11"-ish. I'm not quite 6 foot, but I'm not too far off 6 foot, so yeah, that's how tall I am. And can I cook? Yes, I can. So my dad is like a trained chef. So from when I was younger, I was always helping in the kitchen, and my grandma cooks. My grandma, she runs a soup kitchen in Oxford, feeding the homeless. So cooking is part of our family, kind of how we spend time together as a family. So yes, I can cook. Things I can cook. Like most chicken things, so fried chicken, sweet and sour chicken, chow mein. Well, I've actually never tried chow mein chicken. That's something I do want to do. Barbecue chicken, things like that. Most things pork as well. Like mince. I've done shepherd's pie. Haven't yet attempted lasagna, but that's probably like the next one. But yeah, I can cook. So if I found out tomorrow that my parents wanted me to move out and they've already got a house for me and they just kind of was like, live there, I could survive on my own cooking, which is always good. So that's the end of the 25 questions tag questions, and now onto the questions that you guys asked me, which honestly, as I said earlier, some of them were so deep, so interesting, and I really had to put some thought into them, so that's why I did these ones first, and now we're going to get into the real Q&A deep questions that you guys asked me.
Turn it on, all through my city, all through my home. We're flying up those ceilings when we're in our zone. I got that sunshine in my pocket.